Hello again, humankind. It's time for some more second level revelations with another frequently asked concerning thought about God. Today's fact is, why should we worship God? We should all choose to worship God because it's our spiritual thank you to Him for loving us, and it's the least we can do. Think about what it's like to be God by putting yourself in His metaphorical shoes. That doesn't mean to imagine yourself as a powerful, immortal being getting to do whatever you want. That's not what it's like to be God. Let me paint you a picture of being the creator of all. You are the perfect, ultimate, pure, and divine, infinite, holy, spiritual power. You think up every single human that could ever possibly be, and you create them all as souls, minuscule specks of yourself, the very spiritual energy that you're made of. Since they come from you, they are your children, and you want them to love you wholeheartedly like you love them. But you don't want to force them. What's the worth of that? So you give them the free will to be able to choose to love you or not. Then you give them a perfect physical place to grow and mature in as they develop into whatever kind of individual self that they will get to be, that they will choose to be. Then you watch as most of them turn their backs on you because they're mad about not getting perfection by their own ways that they think are good, even though they're usually not. You have to watch them get mad at you because of the bad caused by their own choices to do things that are not good, or even because of other humans' bad choices. You have to watch them despise you for things you didn't even do. And you have to watch as many of them convince themselves that you're not even real because they can't see you standing right in front of them. But it's because of their own choices against your ways of goodness that they have separated themselves from you. But you still love them, even though they hate you. Generation after generation, you have to watch as too many of them be horrible to each other and walk further and further away from you and your love for them into more and more pain and suffering and misery by their own choices because you gave them all free will. Even worse is having to watch the children suffer because of the parents' bad choices. But worst of all is seeing any of them suffer for bad choices that they had nothing to do with. At every opportunity to help them, you do because you love them. And then you usually end up watching them take the credit for your help. That, or they give the credit to random nothingness, as they blame you for everything that goes wrong and for nothing that goes right. Through it all, you never stop trying to guide them to make the good choices because you still see the good selves that they can be if they choose goodness. You know that not all of them will, but you know that many of them will. So you never stop whispering, because why should you yell, about the good and right ways to be? No matter how many times your heart breaks because of their wrong and harmful choices, you never give up on them as lost beyond all hope. That is a very simplified idea of God's point of view. He stays loving us, even if He doesn't love everything we do. He may not snap His metaphorical fingers and give us all everything we think we want, like some kind of genie would, but He does love us no matter what. No matter how whiny and wrong we choose to be, He stays offering hope to everyone who chooses to love Him and His ways of goodness. He doesn't simply leave us to our well earned fates in hell. He's always offering forgiveness as long as we truly regret our times of disobedience. That is why we should all worship God, why thanking Him through heartfelt worship is the least that we can do. Of course, if you spend your life turning your back on God again and again with no remorse for your wrongs, then you're kind of insisting on going to hell where God is not. I guess that's on you then. I mean, after all, it's your choice who you are and what you do, right? God of glory and love and power, may I sing a song of thanks to you spurred by all the love in my heart that you deserve. I cringe to think of all the mistakes that I have made in my life when I have chosen to do what I knew deep down was not good to do. While many, many others have done much worse wrongs, that doesn't make any of my wrong choices right in any way. Thank you for loving me despite my silly and selfish choices. Though I try hard to be right for you at all times, I always end up making a mistake at some point. Please let every day be my new chance to do it right and not fail. Oh, wait, you already did. Thank you, my great king, for believing in me getting it right as yours. It's the only reason I ever did. Amen.